Are you looking for more happiness in your life, but you're not sure how to make it happen? I hear you. It's not always as easy as some people make it out to be. For a lot of us, life isn't naturally all rainbows and unicorns, but thankfully, that doesn't mean that you can't cultivate more happiness in your life. In fact, you might just need a few key tools and techniques that give you a framework for building a happy life. Hi there, I'm Sarah from Proud Happy Brave. I'm an empowerment coach and self love blogger who supports you to be proud of who you are, live a happy life, and be brave enough to go after your dreams. Several years ago, my only goal was to just be happy in life, but I was failing miserably. In fact, I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. Can you believe it? I can joke a bit about it now, but back then it was really not a fun time. I felt lost and undeserving, and I didn't know how to get out of the endless dreariness that was my life. On the surface, I had all the pieces I needed to be happy. I was married to my dream guy, we had a house together, and I had a job that helped to pay the bills. Everything was in place for a happy, fulfilling life, or so I thought. But things didn't go quite to plan, and I couldn't work out why I wasn't happy. I had all the things, and I knew how lucky I was to be living my life. So, why was I crying myself to sleep each night? It turns out that I hadn't learnt the right things to focus on to have a happy life. All of those external and material things couldn't solve the fact that I was miserable inside. Personally, I had a deeply ingrained sense of self hatred and low self worth. And so feelings of happiness didn't last long because I would just be tearing them down inside and acting like my own worst enemy. And it wasn't until I realized what I was doing and how much I was sabotaging myself that I was able to turn things around and really start to cultivate happiness and build up happy habits instead. So let's dive into the 11 simple ways that you can cultivate more happiness in your life. Number one is to build up your self awareness. And this is about knowing what is happening for you right now and identifying where you might be sabotaging your own happiness. Are you constantly talking negatively towards yourself? Or do you have negative thoughts looping around on repeat in your mind? Things like this can make it hard to find happiness, but until you're aware of them, you won't know what needs to change. So it will just keep on going and going and going. You'll be stuck in the cycle. Number two is to know your core values. This is really important because knowing your core values, the things that are really important to you, means that you can create a meaningful and satisfying life because you know what you want to focus your energy and time on to get those feelings of fulfillment and satisfaction. So, when you are conscious about your core values and creating a life around that, it can really boost your happiness. Three is to switch out negative thoughts and negative talk. So if you identified that you have these happening for you, then you want to switch things up as soon as possible. Letting these thoughts run right in your mind can tear away any positive thoughts that you might have. And likewise, negative self-talk is the equivalent of verbally abusing yourself, and it does nothing but erode your self-esteem and self-worth. So whenever you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts or talking to yourself negatively, tell yourself to stop. Literally say stop. Then think about the thought, objectify it. Is it absolutely true, or is that just what you were thinking or feeling? It's usually going to be the latter. And then power it up with positivity. So how can you reframe this thought or negative self-talk in a more positive way? And then say that instead and say it out loud if you can. The more you catch yourself and switch out your negative thoughts and self-talk, the more you can generate positive thoughts and feelings and self-talk. And then you'll get better and better and start to build yourself up again. Number four is to practice gratitude. So, practicing gratitude can be a great way to fill your mind and body with positive thoughts and feelings. By consciously appreciating all the good things that you have in your life, you are shifting your focus and priming yourself to see even more good things in your life. A simple gratitude practice that I like to use in the mornings is to write down what I am grateful for right now in this moment, what I am grateful for happening today, and I write that in the past tense as if it's already happened, and what am I grateful for happening in the future, like achieving my goals and that. And again, writing that in the past tense as if it's already happened. Doing this gives me such a boost of feel-good vibes. Number 5 is to look after your body. How you are feeling physically can have a huge impact on your capacity to feel happy. So by looking after yourself, you improve your chances of feeling joy. This means doing things like staying hydrated throughout the day, eating nutritious foods that will give your body the fuel and nutrients it needs to function well, getting enough sleep and good quality sleep at that to feel rested, moving your body to stay fit, strong, and flexible. You might be used to putting these things off as unimportant because you're too busy or you've got other priorities, but the healthier you are, the more vibrantly you can show up in your life and find the energy to do the things that make you happy. So it really is super important. Number 6 is to build positive relationships. As humans, we all crave connection, but not many of us seek to build positive relationships. We just kind of expect them to happen and expect them to work out without us doing anything much. So instead, why not create strong relationships with your loved ones to increase your sense of connection and be intentional about it? So this might look like communicating with them more openly, doing thoughtful actions for them, or sending them a thoughtful message every now and then. It may even be setting and upholding healthy boundaries so that you don't feel resentment towards the relationship. Number 7 is to have a morning routine. So this one might not seem obvious, but by having a morning routine, you can take control of how you feel in the morning and set yourself up for a good day. When you intentionally follow a morning routine, you can include activities that boost your happiness as soon as you start your day. Things like journaling to get yourself in the right frame of mind, or dancing to an upbeat playlist of songs so you feel high vibe. It can be really effective. And if you want to learn what I include in my Feel Good Morning routine, I've got a free Spark Your Morning checklist that you can grab. Look for the link around this video. Number 8 is to learn what is fun for you and then include that in your day. So many people I talk to don't even know what they find fun anymore. It's like, as adults, we're not allowed to have fun. We're just got to, put our heads down and soldier on. But that's just not true. We can all have fun in our lives if we let ourselves. And I think it's important to know what we find fun and include that in our day. But to do this, most of us need to relearn what is fun for us. And just the learning can be fun too. So I really encourage you to do this. Let yourself experiment with various activities to test out what you find enjoyable. And then set aside some time to do the fun things once you discover them. Check in with yourself about this every now and then, because sometimes what we find fun can change over time. That's quite natural. Number 9 is to create a positive mindset. So start to consciously create a positive mindset so that you can make the most out of any situation you find yourself in. This is a really valuable mindset to have. Some of the previous points will help you to do this, such as switching out negative thoughts and self-talk and practicing gratitude. But you can take this a step further and actively create a positive can-do mindset. Use things like affirmations, mindfulness, positive visualizations. They can all really help with this, so give it a go. 10 is practice mindfulness. So mindfulness is a technique where you focus on the present moment and you are aware of your thoughts and feelings and what you're experiencing, but you're not necessarily acting on them. You're not judging them. You're just noticing what is happening and just being separate from it. The benefit of practicing mindfulness is that it gives you the ability to choose what thoughts and feelings and sensations you let stay around in your mind and which of those you act on. And anything you don't want there, and that isn't welcome, it can get sent on its way. You don't have to act on it. So, this is essentially saying goodbye to stress and anxiety and hello to calm and happiness. It's really effective if you can practice mindfulness. Number 11 is to set and work towards goals. So, having a goal or two that you're working towards can give you a real sense of purpose and make you feel like you are actively improving your life, both of which can give you a deep sense of happiness. Goals allow you to plan out what you want to achieve and then to take action to make that happen. So you can feel really purposeful. And if you choose goals that are in alignment with who you are and your core values, then the end goals can be really highly motivating as well. Not to mention the self-growth that you experience while pursuing your goals can be very rewarding in itself. Okay, so there you have it, 11 ways to cultivate more happiness in your life. I hope you can implement at least one of these in your own life and reap the rewards of proactively creating more happiness for yourself. To recap, here are the simple ways you can cultivate more happiness again. 1, build up your self-awareness. 2, know your core values. 3, switch out negative thoughts and negative talk. 4, practice gratitude. 5, look after your body. 6, build positive relationships. 7, have a morning routine. 8, learn what's fun for you and then include that in your day. 9, create a positive mindset. 10, practice mindfulness. And 11, set and work towards goals. Click through to my website if you want more details on any of these. I have related posts on just about all of these. Or you can reach out to me on Instagram at proudhappybrave or send me an email to hello@proudhappybrave. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.